When we started working remotely, more and more meetings and classes are being scheduled on Zoom. And that got us to thinking about whether or not it was possible to create theatre using this platform.
We thought the waiting or breakout room functions could operate as virtual wings, with students waiting there off stage. We thought we could cue students using the chat function or simply admit them into the meeting when their scene was about to begin.
There was loads of potential. It could allow students to share screens. Using virtual backgrounds, they could create fabulous locations. And we imagined that the final performance would be a Zoom recording of a live performance that we'd rehearse after generating all the material for the play ahead.
Some scenes would be pre-recorded and shared on the screen, and others would be performed live. Initially, we invited the cast to devise short scenes from their homes, and we scheduled Zoom meetings to improvise and collaborate. But we soon discovered that Zoom had both theatrical potentials and pitfalls.
Without the physical presence of the other actors, students found that it was difficult to bring each scene to life. And seeing themselves on the screen as they rehearsed or performed also interfered with their ability to stay focused and in role.
And we waited, often up to an hour, for the recording of each rehearsal to be released from the cloud. This delay meant that further rehearsals and re-recordings were not always possible. As a consequence, there was little chance to refine or polish, so the scenes remain as sketches.
As the return to school date was announced, we made the call to bring the piece together in post-production, rather than take the time to rehearse a live performance of the play. We felt that it was more important to maintain the integrity of the piece, creating the work only as long as the staff and students were working remotely.
And ultimately, we found ourselves creating a performance that sits somewhere between theatre and film. The technology dictated the devising process, and Zoom has become a central character in this work.
I'm sitting here in the Woodleigh Hall and I'm all by myself. I'm waiting to see our first school production of 2020 and my first Woodleigh production ever. I'm delighted to say that there were a team of staff who didn't want students to miss out on the practice of making theatre when we moved to remote learning. With theatres closed for the foreseeable future and the world in lockdown, it was exciting to see Woodleigh ask the questions. How can we still create theatre in our school? And what might theatre made in isolation look like? From what I have seen, this theatre piece is ambitious and innovative. So Far Away is devised experimental theatre, created over 6 weeks by 27 Woodleigh students and 3 staff who were all in isolation. It is a time capsule which reflects the students' experiences, not only of isolation from COVID-19, but of life and learning through Zoom. Students took their experiences in isolation, being so far away, as inspiration. The work is entirely original and includes music that was written by Year 11 student James Ward. And so, without further ado, I invite you and your families in your home theatres, turn off your mobile phones and run your computer through your good speaker or headphones so that you can enjoy the magnificent music in surround sound. Join me for the opening night of So Far Away.
Three, two, one.
Thank you. Before we begin today's performance, as a proud Gunai woman, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which you all stand today. I would like to pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging.
Hello? Hello? Are you there, love?
Yes, Nana. Hi, Nana. I can hear you. Switch on your camera.
Hello? Oh, hello?
Nana, I'm here. You need to switch on your camera.
Oh,
Oh, it's on the bottom left-hand side of your screen.
oh, I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, Nana. We're supposed to be able to see each other, but I'm here and I can't see you yet, which means you need to turn on your camera.
Oh.
No. Look, I'm here. You need to switch on your camera. Just switch it on.
Why switch off, Kobe?
Switch on your camera. Okay, hold on. This is not working.
Love. Where are you?
I'm at home,
Oh.
but I'm here, so.
You're here. Are you in the kitchen again?
No, I'm not there. I'm here, but I'm not like where you. Like,
Everything's so confusing. I don't know where you are. You feel so far away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fancy seeing you here. But I bet you wish you were in a breakout room with your boyfriend, John.
Well, I bet you wish you were in a breakout room with your girlfriend.
Actually, we were putting one together the other day. It was so random.
Really? Oh my God. That is so cool.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah.
have you seen Paige?
She texted me. She says, I'm having internet issues and she can't log on to Zoom.
Well, what are we supposed to be doing there?
I don't know.
Hey, have you noticed that ever since the coronavirus hit, all we seem to study is pandemics? Like in every single subject.
Yes. Oh my God, seriously. Imagine if in woodwork, Mr. Rogers got us to build coffins, like from the bubonic era. Like, I'll be climbing in one.
Yes, me too. Thank God the coronavirus isn't homophobic like AIDS was.
Yeah, but I still don't get to see my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true. I don't get to see my boyfriend either.
It sucks being in love in lockdown.
It's literally the worst.
So bad.
And no one understands.
Nobody.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome to my breakout room.
I love breakout rooms. Hey, I know this is maths, but I have science next and I haven't done my homework all week. Could you please help me?
Sure.
Thank you so much. What's the answer to question 7?
The Black Plague.
Thanks. And 8?
Rats.
Thank you so much. And question 11?
Lemon meringue pie.
I love online learning. Hey, watch this. Hey, Rani, could I have some tea?
Fine. How'd you do that?
She wants to borrow my hat for drama.
Ask for some cookies.
Could I have some cookies too?
All right. No. Ask for Milo and cookies.
Actually, I really feel like Milo.
Make up your mind. And some chips. Gosh, I wish I had a little sister.
It's pretty cool. Chips with that, Rani.
I don't want your hat that much. Go and make yourself a cup of tea. It was actually a Milo.
What? What do you... What? No. Why can't I get in? But I'm... What?
COVID-19. It's 2020. I'm in quarantine. It's not what it seems.
2, 3.
Hey, Rupert.
4,611. 4,002.
Dude, that's crazy.
What's up, James?
I'm just having a bit of a crisis. I think it's been over 6 weeks now, and I'm getting a bit bored with this whole stay home thing. And I never thought I'd say this, but I think I might actually, maybe, not really, probably be missing school.
You what?
I know, it sounds crazy.
Are you insane? James, Jimmy, James. How can you say such a thing? How can you miss the long bus rides, the hours and hours of book learning, and for God's sakes, the bullying? You know, I still get bullied from the year 7s. And that's just the girls.
That's okay.
And when you're at school, if you get tired, can you nip to your room to take a little nana nap? No. I've got this remote system learning all figured out, pal. I'm more relaxed, I'm eating better, and I'm exercising. Look, I'm working out with goddamn beans, right? I'm sleeping better, and I've worked out that you can sleep until 8:43, get dressed during morning meeting without no one figuring it out. You can't do that at school. Now, can you? Can you, James?
No, but I just miss my friends. I miss the cafeteria. I miss going to the Jaeger. I miss playing piano. I miss sneaking into the cafe and just making coffee whenever I want, even though the teachers get really mad at me. But now it just feels so far away.
James, I'll hear no more of this nonsense. You're a smart, handsome, intelligent young man. You got to make this remote learning work for you. You need to get creative.
Like this?
No, that's kid stuff. You're a musician with musical talents most of us can only dream of. Don't get bored, get creative.
interview with my grandma, Jen Jones, which was conducted via FaceTime during isolation in May 2020. Well, my first impressions were that lockdown was a good idea, and it hasn't changed. I've been surprised at the number of people who have decided not to abide by the rules, the number of people who have still looked after their grandchildren, young grandchildren, and so on. Nothing's really changed in my opinion, in my thoughts, so that's not very exciting for your interview, is it? I've discovered sometimes how to use Zoom meetings, so sometimes how to use other things. I forget what the other things are called that we've been doing. Anyway, I've learned a little bit more about technology. Not enough, obviously, but a little bit more. And I've learned that there are lots of people willing to help and be friendly. We've actually had 2 meal deliveries. I feel as if I'm a really old person. Karen made extras twice and dropped them down here. Dropped them on the deck for us. In containers. She didn't just drop the food on the deck. So first time I've ever had Meals on Wheels. So I've learnt what it feels like not to be able to do things for yourself, I guess. What is it? Oh, you brought your lead, good boy. I guess that means I should take you for a walk sometime soon. Oh, I know, I'm coming.
Let's take a look into my funny dog's point of view of coronavirus.
I have no idea why people are so worried about the coronavirus. I mean, I look around and all I see is people worried. I take in every moment of this time. Hello? Have you come to pet me again? Okay, I'll get ready. Oh yes, this is what I need. Just love, my life purpose. I'll let you in on a little secret. I love coronavirus. Oh, look what it's brought me. I'm getting fitter every day. And I get so much attention. I mean, look at me and my gorgeous sister.
Ella? What? Come here.
No.
I'll give $10.
No.
20.
Stop asking.
I'll walk the dog with you and pick up his poo.
Coming.
What? If Johnny was the sheep and Sally was a tiger, how many rabbits would there be?
15.
You sure?
Yeah. COVID-19. It's 2020. I'm in quarantine. It's not what it seems.
Hi everyone, how are you going? I hope you're all enjoying the show. Now, you might have heard the terms theatre of the absurd or theatre of the oppressed. Well, this is theatre of quarantine. It's experimental. My mob, the Yotta Yotta people, we come from northeast Victoria and southern New South Wales.
and all Aboriginal people can tell you a thing or two about disease. Way back in 1788, in those early years of colonization, my people's way of life was impacted way more than it is for everyone now. Aboriginal people had thrived in this country for over 60,000 years, and we were strong. But within months of their arrival, the colonists had devastated our way of life, a way of life that had outlasted British history by tens of thousands of years. The first consequence of colonization was a wave of epidemic diseases, including smallpox, measles, and influenza. Until that point, Aboriginal people had been isolated for thousands of years. My ancestors had no resistance to the deadly viruses that were carried out to this country by the sailors and the convicts and the early settlers. These diseases raged through Europe and Asia, but when the ships arrived, in less than a year, over half of the indigenous population living in the Sydney Basin area had died from smallpox alone. In 1789, British Lieutenant Fowle wrote,
"Every boat that went down to the harbour found them lying dead on the beaches and in the caverns of the rocks. They were generally found with the remains of a small fire on each side of them and some water left within their reach. It is difficult for us to get our heads around the devastating effect of disease on the original inhabitants of this land. The Aboriginal warrior and peacemaker Benelong reported that his friend Colby's tribe had been reduced to just 3 people.
So, when we reflect on what's happening today, we also need to reflect on the past. And that past that we all share, it's not so far away.
I keep typing my password in, but it keeps saying password error. I've tried copying and pasting it and typing it, but the whole thing's just freezing and it won't go in and I don't know what to do and I have to get in because I have tests tomorrow and I'm struggling and Mr. Neumann, please help. No, Mum, I'm fine.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, it's okay. I'm just on my phone trying to get into my class, but I'll be fine. Thank you. Okay. I've tried restarting it, but it's not working. And then I tried shutting everything down and it's not working. And then somebody told me I have to empty my cash. I don't know what that is. I don't have any cash. I haven't had a shift since lockdown.
COVID-19, it's 2020, we're in quarantine, and our hands are clean.
These interviews took place on Monday the 4th and Wednesday the 6th of May 2020. They were conducted by 5 Year 8 students with residents of the Australian Unity Care Home in Mornington. They took place via Zoom. The residents were asked about their experiences of isolation.
Well, this is a very active community with lots of other people. The carers are very good indeed, and the staff sort out social activities, and the food is extremely good, of course. The other residents that do, in a way, it's a bit like being at school, believe it or not, but it's not a depressing place at all. I mean, quite frankly, I'm fully occupied. There's enough time in a day for everything I want to do.
Well, I do a lot of knitting. I've been a knitter all my life, since I was 8, and I love knitting. But now I can't see properly to do the fancy patterns, but I'm doing squares for rugs to be made up for charity. It's good. You feel good. You're not a waste. You are useful for some things. And they have card games, indoor bowls and exercises. There's lots of things going on here if you're able to do them. And if you're not, you can go and watch.
I think that in here, because we haven't been able to have visitors, it's made us a very close community and everybody gets along well. Now we have 2 members of the family come in for, I think, an hour and a half a day, but they have to have had proof that they've had their flu injection, so they don't bring in the flu with them. And I think they are sort of checked at the door to make sure they're doing all the right things. My family live in Warrigal, which is a long way away, so I talk to them a lot on the telephone.
It's a lonely feeling. You can talk to them, but you're still not with them.
The only time I've been isolated before was when I was very little. When I was 2.5, I had a terrible road accident. I managed to run under a London transport bus, and which virtually wiped out my right leg. And they were going to amputate it at first, but they managed to save it.
We had a very early thing with Mother, who got scarlet fever, and I had to stay home. Then we also had a polio epidemic, and that affected us all. And I had 2 friends who suffered from polio, which is, one of them ended up in, not sure if you've heard of it, an iron lung, and she spent her whole life in that big machine.
But anyway, I spent 14 weeks in hospital, and in those days it was considered undesirable for parents to see their kids. And so by the time I came out, I didn't know my parents. In fact, I couldn't really speak when I went into hospital. And when I came out, I spoke English with a broad Mancunian accent because the nurse who was looking after me was from Manchester. And so it was very tough on my family because they took me home and I said, yeah, this is very nice, but can I go home now? Which was to the hospital. That did make life difficult.
And when I had a stroke and I had to go into care, then I was so far away from family and friends, but I got over it.
My father was a policeman, and so he was moved quite a lot, and I'd be disrupted with friends from school. But I'm 90 now and still very friendly with one of the girls, and we've been in different parts of the world over those many years, but we're still in touch now.
I do everything by phone. My son gave me a very old iPad, but it's not very good, so I just make sure I keep in touch with everybody by phone.
What I do miss is I've got this electric scooter, and I used to go out every day, and I'd go down to Main Street and have a coffee, and then I'd go home to see my wife and catch up with my emails, and of course that's all stuff for the duration. So I was getting out every day on the electric scooter, but I'm looking forward to returning, and if for nothing else, you can get really good coffee on Main Street.
This is clearly reflected in the gender composition.
Ella!
What?
Can I have a hat?
Only 7% of Australian CEOs are women.
Not that one.
Even though they are just as capable as men.
One. I want the one on your head.
What do you need it for?
Drama.
If there were more women in Parliament, it would demonstrate to the rest of the country that we need more women as our leaders.
Girl power!
Hey sis, I heard in the newspaper that they're trialling coronavirus vaccines on ferrets. What do you think? I mean, now we're not just little mammals. We're heroes. But I don't think it's very necessary. I mean, our lives are just as valuable as humans, don't you think? You know, sis, they're probably going to trial it on us. We better get ready. Let's do some push-ups. Up, down, up, down. I don't want them to trial it on us. I'm going to go hide. Oh, where is this coronavirus? I'm going to smell it out. In here, in here. Let me at him. How about in this leaf? I think maybe it's there. In here, in here. I just think I'm going to go hide over here. I really don't want this to be happening right now. Hey sis, I think I found it. Well, even though we didn't find it today, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh, come on, sis. You bore me.
COVID-19. It's 2020. I'm in quarantine. It's not what it seems.
This is 100% my sister's fault because she was last on my computer because I was helping her with her homework. So now on top of doing the year 11 subjects, I'm also doing prep. And the prep stuff is actually really hard. But then she deleted my folder, which has my homework in it. So now on top of not being able to get into my class, I also can't hand in my homework. Who is going to believe that my 6-year-old sister deleted my homework? That's almost as bad as saying your dog ate your homework. Phoebe, can you come here? Can you please tell them how you deleted my homework?
I didn't.
What? Yes, you did! Phoebe, what am I gonna do?
Okay, love. I have my camera now. Where do I put it?
You have your camera, Nana?
Yes, love. It's Grampy's digital camera. I fished it out from the bureau drawer last night. Am I meant to put it on the computer somewhere?
No, Nana. The computer has its own camera. You don't need Grandpa
Need this
digital.
one.
Just click the bottom left-hand side of your screen. It's shaped like a video.
Oh, I wish you could just come over and show me, love.
COVID-19. It's 2020. We're in quarantine. And our hands are clean.
Yeah, hi, waiter. Could I just get another long black, please? And send around the drinks to table number 7 there. And sorry, just come on through. Yep. And one more thing. Is that water filtered? No. Is that water filtered? Please, another water. Thank you.
Rupert.
Ruby, I'm gonna have to cut you off. Can we please turn that god awful racket down?
Sorry. Can I talk now?
Go on.
Okay. Thank you. What are you doing?
You know, I'm so far away from everything. You know, I'm just trying to get creative. And hang on, my mum's here. Yes, yeah, Mum, I'm on call. Yes, I'll do the dishes. No. Why is this always a big problem with you? My brother will do it, all right? Just really, look. Okay. I love you too. My mum says hi.
Hi, Mrs. McLaren. Okay, but Rupert, what's the name of your cafe?
Well, it's a really catchy one. Cedar Eats. And there'll be clusters of people in. You know what? You don't need to get your own. I got some money for you. You can start up your own cafe.
I thought you gave me 10.
It's Zoom. It's like a metric system. Telstra, internet, Wi-Fi. You get the deal, you know.
Okay. So I'm going to make my own cafe.
That's the first step. You got to make your own cafe.
Okay. I think I've got this background I can kind of try out. So here we go. Oh.
Perfect. It's sleek. I like it.
Thank you. Okay,
Wait.
Oh.
You need a name.
Isn't it obvious? Ruby. Princess. Don't worry, I'll definitely keep it afloat, so don't you worry.
I like it. It's hip. It's now. It's current. Mwah.
I know. Waiter, can you please get me whatever he's having? Thank you. I tried this cappuccino the other day and it was so good. I highly recommend.
English? Are we supposed to be zooming for English?
We have so much work.
We have so much work to do.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
I didn't think that was due.
I didn't think that was due.
Was it on sector?
Was it on sector?
I had better go and do that then.
Better go do that.
Bye.
Bye. You better go do that.
I wish you were so far away.
Lying in my warm bed, I am woken from sleep by the sound of the rain beating down on the roof of my home.
Warm bed?
Roof? Home. And I think of the 24,000 Victorians who don't have a warm bed tonight. The 24,000 Victorians who don't have a roof or a home. The 24,000 who are sleeping on the streets in the rain.
Warm bed?
Roof? Home. Homeless people. Life was hard before this pandemic. But now, COVID-19 has added another level of hardship and danger. Wash your hands.
Where?
Maintain social distance. Stay at home. Home? Stay at home. Home? Every day, there are 24,000 people in Victoria just hoping to get through the night. And if you were to line up all those people in single file, the line would stretch all the way from Flinders Street in the city to Frankston Station. From my warm bed, I count my blessings that I am not a part of that line. I am reminded of the round square work that I did at school last year after our conference, raising awareness of homelessness in Melbourne. You can donate to charities that help the homeless. You can donate to homeless shelters. You can make the spring clean that lots of you are doing now mean even more. Donate warm clothes and blankets to people that really need them. Funding has been pledged to create 4 pop-up facilities, which will provide healthcare and housing for up to 200 homeless people in Melbourne. And since an earlier round of funding in March, 529 rough sleepers have found temporary homes. COVID-19 has shown us that we are all in this together. No one should be left in the rain, so far away.
Mr. Neumann, I'm trying everything to get into your class. I love your class. It's my favourite class. Okay, it could be my Wi-Fi. Maybe if I try... Yesterday, I was in that tree hanging over there. So maybe if I do that again, it might work. Actually, these pants are not made for climbing. And before you say anything, yes, they're elephants. Don't judge me. They're cute. Anyway, I don't think it's my Wi-Fi because my phone's here and it seems to be working fine. I honestly don't know what else I can do. I hate
Brother, we need to maintain our social distancing. And you are not doing that. So you just gotta back off, mate.
The directors of this fine production thought that this might be a good time for me to quickly state that this last splendid clip was filmed with Moscow's parents' complete supervision, and we don't want you young folks, or parents for that matter, trying this type of thing out at home. We want to do our very best to keep the hospitals empty in this time of coronavirus crisis, and we wanted to remind you that any form of stage fighting, like you've just seen, really needs to be left to the professionals. Thank you.
Ella? What? Do you know where my skipping rope is?
No.
I need it for swimming.
I don't care.
I've got to swim in 5 minutes.
Have you checked, in your room? It's probably where you left it.
Can I come and check your room?
No, it's probably really far away. COVID-19. It's 2020. I'm in quarantine. It's not what it seems.
Hello?
Hi, honey bun.
I didn't think I'd get any time to contact you today.
Me neither. Dad's confiscated my phone again, and Mum is hassling me about not stuffing up my year 12 by Zooming you all the time.
Yeah. I had to sneak out to the garage. I'm supposed to be in drama class right now, but I told my dad that I had to create a monologue about being in isolation, and he bought it.
That's funny as. I wish I could see you right now in person. It's so annoying.
I know. I really, really miss you, sweetie pie. This whole thing totally sucks. I just found out that ScoMo changed the rules weeks ago. So get this. Partners can visit each other, on weekends.
I know. I keep asking my parents, but they just don't get it. ScoMo doesn't understand that we don't even get weekends anymore. I just do schoolwork all the time. Wait, what day is it?
Well, there's only 3 days now, Sugar Plum. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
That's so dumb. I don't just love you on Saturdays and Sundays.
Every day, sweetheart. I know.
Hey, do you know what day it is today?
Tuesday?
It's our 47th and a half day anniversary. We're in such a mature relationship. This is the longest I've ever gone out with someone.
Me too. Although 42 of those days have been in lockdown, at least we got to have Valentine's Day together. Look, here's the teddy bear you gave me. I sleep with it every night.
And I'm wearing the silver chain you got me. It's turned green now, but I still love it. I wish our parents weren't so annoying. I really want to see you. Wait, now you've got your peas, you could come and get me?
We could run away together in my little Toyota called Grace, and we could drive to South Australia. There haven't been any new corona cases there for weeks.
Yes, or we could go through the Tasman bubble and go to New Zealand. They got rid of it there. It'll just be you and me.
And Teddy. Wait, I've got to go. Dad's decided to wash the car in the garage, and I'm supposed to be doing my drama monologue.
Wait, but John!
Dad, do you really have to do that now?
Wherefore art thou, John?
But soft. What light from yonder window breaks? Dad, I'm rehearsing. Get out. It is the east of Mira. My love is the sun. Dad, what do you mean it's not that original?
Deny thy father and refuse thy name.
Oh, that I wear a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. Dad, don't squirt me. Just go. I gotta go.
John, wherefore art thou? I hate that he's so far away.
To get into class for so long. You have no idea what I've been through. I got on the roof. I love this class so much. I'm so happy, but...
Settle down. We finished class 5 minutes ago. I'm about to start with my year 7s.
I can help with the year 7 class. I'm so good at math. I love math. I was an extension in year 7. I can be your assistant. We can be little buddies. Oh, I love year 7s. They're so cute. They're just so cute. What are you doing at the moment? You're doing times tables. My 4 times tables were amazing. I was amazing. Mr. Neumann? Mr. Neumann, where'd you go? Mr. Neumann? Oh.
Nana, I can see you.
Yes, there I am. I can see me too. Hello, Cody.
I miss you, Nana.
Oh, I miss you too, love. But now we can see each other. You're not so very far away. I'm really embracing this technology. Now, can you tell me about blue tongues?
There's a lizard?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
We see them in your backyard sometimes, I guess.
No, not those little critters. The blue tongues on your computer. Mary says she uses blue tongue for her headphones.
Oh, you mean Bluetooth, Nana?
Oh, Bluetooth. Cody. Oh, just when I was getting the hang of it.
Mira, I've packed my car, I've got Teddy, and we're coming to get you. No, wait, what do you mean school? No, we can't go back tomorrow. We'll be in the Northern Territory by tomorrow. They've got rid of COVID there, so we'll be safe and together. Mira, let's run away. Just you, me, and Teddy. Let's elope like Romeo and Juliet did. Wait, did they elope? No, doesn't matter. I'll see you in 10 minutes, Sugar Plum. Pack your bags.